Hey tubes, this is a mower I got from the parents of a friend of my son's. They were throwing it out. This Craftsman with a Honda GCV160. I have the bag. It's in my garage somewhere on the floor. Actually, it's right there. They say it doesn't run. You can see that wheel there's got some problems. I did verify it has spark. I shooting some carb spray in it and it kicked over for a few seconds. So I'm gonna go clean out the carburetor, go from there, and then I will address the wheel bendage here. Okay, tubes, let's get into this carburetor here. Now, I'm gonna turn the fuel off. Let's get into here. Air filter, this is a Briggs filter, but it should work. It's clean enough. Set that aside, and let's get the carburetor here. Oh, yes, these Hondas are like these big bolts that go through it. If I remember right. Haven't had to do one of these in a while. Kohlers and Honda clones, yeah, but not one of these. So let's, and then of course it just comes apart there. Let me, whoa, get you a better vantage point. There you go. So you take the breather off. Kind of make sure we keep these gaskets kind of in order. This one goes in the back. The carburetor off. Let me get my those pliers. Let's get this fuel line off, and I hate the Honda fuel lines. They're just hard to get off and on. Maybe it's just me. Okay. Fuel line, yep. There's a hole in the fuel line now. I think I have some for the Honda, so it doesn't matter. Here we go. They use a different size line for some odd reason. There we go. But I destroyed the fuel line. That's okay. Now here's the carburetor. Go take a look at this carburetor, which is already leaking fuel a little bit. So okay, gasket stayed there. Let's take a look. Not terrible. Oh. Still gonna clean it up some. Okay. Now, let's take the pin out, stick it in the bowl, of course, then throw it over there. Anyway, let's see. This doesn't look terrible. Just need to rinse that off some. So that fuel can get into it, and I have seen cases where fuel wouldn't go in, but it would come out if I sprayed here. That was on a Briggs, defective carburetor, one of the newer plastic ones. So let's see. Yep, it's coming out. Now, in there, you see that brass thing? That's the main jet. So that's where your main fuel will come in. Now let's see if I can. Yeah, still gonna take that out, but that's where these Honda carburetors are gonna gunk up. So that's also, oh, you got it out here, you know. You see it? Yeah. I gotta raise up my camera. You're not getting a good vantage point. This is your choke. It's your choke plate. Let's ear bleeds. Okay, let's go to the throttle side, and let's get the main jet out. Now, where did I put my? There it is. My old screwdriver that works best for these. It's going to come out. There we go. I just tapped it on the ground, and then the main jet and the motion tube came out. You're gonna clean these out and also clean in there. Through there, light through there. That if you can't, that means it's blocked. So what you do is you take this is like a thin piece of wire from like a twisty tie, and you wiggle it in. No pun intended. Haha. This does not make it bigger. It just scrapes off the dried up ethanol on it. You can see it. You can see better through it now. Let me see. Before you couldn't see that. Still gonna spray it out some more, scrape it. I need a better wire. I think I lost mine. Hang on. All these little holes on the side here with the same wire. So go through each one.
Some smaller ones here. Any more? No, that's it.
Focus. Here, this, you take that nut, that Phillips head screwdriver out, Phillips head out, and that's where your idle jet is. Yes, just just a screw, take out, and what you can do is just spray in here. That's the best you can do. Then don't lose that. Yeah. Then put back the screw. Okay, gonna put this back together. Let's first, here's the bowl. I cleaned it out, wiped it out. Gonna spray off the float. You first put the needle in, and I like to put it in like this. Then let's get it down there. Slide the hinge pin in. Damn, there it is. Just taking some steel wool to it. There we go. Now let's put the main jet back in. We put this in first. The main jet in with the threads out like this. And then we screw it in. There we go. Good. Don't want to put that in He-Man tight, just snug. That's all you need. And put the bowl back on with the nut and gasket. Orientation doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. Now the carb's clean. Now comes the fun part of putting it back on. Now, this is a real pain on Hondas, is to get the sandwich in, so to speak. Obviously, this is based off the impression I'm gonna have to derive how these go in. This goes like that. see here. Like that. This one seemed to have 2 gaskets. I don't know why. Here. Two gaskets. Then the carburetor. Fuel inlet goes towards the back of the engine. Although that's wrong orientation, it's this way. I believe, yeah. Oh, there you go, it was right the first time. Because the, actually, I had it upside down and backwards. So, orientations like this. Well, I don't know why. Okay, I was probably wrong. It doesn't have 2 gaskets. I don't know why it had 2 gaskets. But, and this gasket followed by this. Yeah, I think I don't remember where the metal one goes. That may go on the other side. Followed by, see, like that. Followed by metal, like that. Followed by that. Followed by the intake. Whew. I think that's how it goes. I'm gonna have to review the video briefly, just to make sure. My video I took, it wasn't great to see the order. So this is how I think the order is. You've got gasket followed by the metal one, followed by another gasket, followed by the carburetor, followed by this gasket, like this, followed by, actually, is it, maybe it's, yeah, it's like this, followed by this. If I'm wrong, let me know. I will look this up again. This is what makes Honda carburetors a pain in the butt. So now I have to get the linkages on here too. So, oh boy. And then this bracket, I have to get the linkages and the bracket here. The bracket operates the choke, which goes off, pushes on that. So it's a very complex carburetor. So let me start by getting it ready. So I'm gonna leave these just like this. I'm gonna first attach the linkages under the carburetor. So on this one, throttle there, and then the springy one goes there, like that. And while it's like that, like this, don't just let it hang. Well, actually you can move it there. Take your gasket nose, some gaskets are already in there, and bring them in like this, followed by this gasket, followed by the intake plastic thingy majiggy, and all that gets bolted on there. It's a pain in the butt. Overly complicated. So I've done this before, it's just been years. Some of the newer ones aren't as bad. So I need to see. This thing is way too high. Oh, I got some more work to do. Here's the dilemma I have, is this arm has to get by the plastic. There's a plastic thing here, the choke, that operates the choke, this manual choke. So you have to get, as you can see in there, this is hard to film. There is a plastic piece of choke for the choke plate. It goes, this has to get, so the choke is on, so this has to be in front of it. So now we have to get, and we have to make sure this choke arm is in front of it, so it pushes against it. Now I'm not gonna be able to do that on camera. This is too hard to film and do it at the same time. I'm trying to show you how the linkage stuff, this choke thing is. I can't, it's really hard to, let me see if you can see it in there. No, it's not it. Anyway, yeah, there it is. That's the choke thing. It goes against that. You have to put this box on it in a certain way so that it lines up right. And that's one of the harder things. And then put the breather on the back. Make sure that we got the choke right. Now let's put it on choke. Let's stick in there. Okay, choke is on. Now, choke is off. Okay, that means it's on there right. Now, I do need to get a fuel line because I broke it, but that's it. I've got this all back together. I had some fuel line and I just cut it to fit. And let's turn the fuel on and see if this leaks any. The Cub Cadet, I put in a fuel cutoff on it. Didn't show that, but that's really easy. So I think it's probably, okay, now this one you have to choke. Okay, that's choked. And let's go start it. As you see, it works. Self-propelled moves, but I got to figure out the bendage on the wheels. I'm gonna cut it here later.